All right, welcome back. We've got some breaking news and we've just learned of the news of the passing of legendary sports journalist Sibusiso Mseleku. Is another shock of the COVID-19 pandemic. We understand Sibusiso was a long-time football journalist for the City Press and also a football analyst of note, known for his thought-provoking column in the City Press. His love for football was such that he used his personal money to fund a football tournament in his village. All right, so I want to speak now to Daniel Mothowagae with regards to this breaking news. Daniel, a very good morning to you. Condolences to you. Tell us more. What are you learning?
Good morning. It's a very sad day indeed, not only just for us, the sports journalism industry, but, the society at large, considering, the big standing, the big voice Sibusiso Mseleku had in the industry. I mean, I'm still even not sure really if this is indeed true. I mean, we still all trying to digest this, because the last time we've ever had, I mean, he also, his platform, the Sibusiso Mseleku Sports, also issued a statement the other day that he was indeed in ICU having contracted this COVID-19. So it is a sad day indeed.
Have you reached out to his family as yet?
Not as yet, because as you speak, it's only then where we are now being inundated with calls, people, trying to confirm whether this is true or not. Because at this point in time, as you know, it's the right thing for a human being to do, just confirm the news first if this is true, and then, we can do the right thing and, walk hand in hand with the family.
No, correct. Daniel, talk to us about Sibusiso's work, his body of work over the years. What sort of impact he made in this space, in the sporting space?
Ubrazbu, quite interesting. When I joined City Press in 2005, he's actually the man who went out, headhunted me, and, he actually posted me from when I was still working for Kickoff Soccer magazine, saying he admired my work and then he wants me to come and, learn from him. And, for all these years that I've been working by his side, I quite learned a lot, for a man like him. Like I say, he was a colossus in the industry. I mean, mention the name Sibusiso Mseleku, nobody is going to ask you who you're talking about. I mean, a big man, figuratively and, literally, because, you could feel him when he was in the newsroom, not only his big laughter, his sense of humor, but his knowledge of sports in general. And I'm saying sports in general because, not many people will know. He was a big tennis fan, Sibusiso,
right.
A big boxing fan. And remember, he was an all-rounder as well. We're speaking about a man here who was a commentator, not only just a writer, he was sometimes behind the camera on TV. So this is the man who, you can easily refer to as a walking sports encyclopedia. And not forgetting, he had his column there, a well-established sports column, pressing issues, where he did his thing without fear or favor.
And such a loss now to the industry. His opinion mattered, and I'm just listening to you, and his vote of confidence in your work drove you to be better, Daniel. What drove him, do you think?
A person like him, I would say, he was a free-spirited guy. He was always, that's why I think, people always went to him. This is the man who anytime will call a Sepp Blatter, he'll call the CAF office. You can imagine, how much contact he made in the sports industry, the people that he drew his attention to. it's only then. Unfortunately, sometimes we see this when people have passed on, the impact that they actually made. Because, even half of the things, some of the history of South African football, think about it, the coining of the Bafana Bafana nickname, Strasbourg was there in the mix. Remember, where it all came from with that generation of the Selorabo Tatas, Bra, Mulifimika. We grew up reading material from these people, and it was an honor to work with them, to be with them in the newsroom, and we are here today. It's all thanks to their wisdom.
What story for you, Daniel, stands out over the years?
Sure, it's something that will sound like a journal of a lifetime. Considering the reams and loads of the material that he put together, be it sports column. But one thing that has always excited Strasbourg was his coverage of not only the World Cup, but when South Africa was awarded the rights to host the World Cup, he was there in Zurich, rubbing shoulders with the likes of the who's who of international continental football. And, you could see the glow in his face each time he spoke about, that day in Zurich, having Madiba there by his side. And, I still remember he reported that story live from Zurich, and we carried that live report in the City Press the following Sunday.
He surely will be missed, but I guess his legacy will live on. He leaves a void, but his legacy will live on, and the inspiration hopefully will carry through to a number of young and up-and-coming journalists, sports journalists as well. Daniel, we thank you very much indeed for your time. Be well, sir.
Thank you. It's all a pleasure.
All right, talking about the loss, great loss of Sibusiso Mseleku there. We'll have more reaction coming throughout today's program, throughout the day, so keep it locked on to SABC News.